People who have gotten LASIK eye surgery to correct their vision, was it worth it? Not LASIK per se. I had a new lens implanted this spring after my cataract got really bad. Cost was $2,600 CD and about $2,000 US. Procedure was efficient and painless. I went in one day for tests, showed up the second day, was seen exactly at my appointed time. The procedure took 15 minutes, and I went home 30 minutes later. No significant post-op issues, and now my vision is significantly clearer and better. I can drive at night without seeing halos and starbursts coming towards me, and I no longer need glasses to drive, or play golf. As soon as I can afford this second one, I'm going. Overall, no. I have 20/15 vision, but I also have constant dry eyes requiring the use of eye drops. I see halos after working at the computer too long and have to use the night light setting to ease the strain. I also struggle to read paper books because I can't read close-up anymore, so I read everything on my iPad or Kobo reader with fonts at a large size and use my phone to magnify things like labels at the store. It's nice that I can wear any sunglasses I want and look cute, but I would not get LASIK again if I had the choice. For my lifestyle, it's not the best option. I had it probably 20-25 years ago and I would recommend it 100 to anyone. My vision is still 20/20. I need reading glasses now, but that's a different issue that hits around 50 years old. LASIK doesn't fix that. I wouldn't look for a doctor based on price, I would look for a doctor who has done it a few thousand times. The procedure takes very little time and in my opinion, experience doing it is the critical factor in picking a doctor. Nearly 30 years ago on one eye, best money I ever spent. It was weird for about a month after when my brain would default to my previously good eye, so my vision would blur a bit then flick back to my new good eye, sometimes a few times in a row. My surgeon said he could do both, but if he didn't I wouldn't need reading glasses until I was 50. Now late 50s and still not wearing reading glasses unless sewing something dark or in the evening. My eyes feel like I dip them into sand each morning. Always have eye drops in pocket. Halos at night with driving. I've tried numerous different eye drops and ointments. I had it done when I was in my 40s, 15 years later, back to wearing glasses again. Personally, wasn't worth it. Would never discourage anyone else about it, just tell them to be informed any possible complications. I've known people who have it done with zero issues. 8 years since mine, definitely worth it. I had zero side effects though. Even the light sensitivity post-surgery was minimal. Just be aware that no matter how rare, there will always still be a risk of the dry eyes and stuff that you see people complain about. Also consider looking at Smile. I recommended one of my friends for LASIK, but his doc ended up getting him to do Smile. Newer technology, supposedly. I'm not the most well read on that. I got mine done in December and I 100 think it was worth it. I had 4.75 in both eyes, not horrible, but having 20/20 vision had been quite the change for me. Downsides are minimal. I had slightly dry eyes for a few months, but that went away on its own. And I have the starburst light effect at night, which is annoying, but not impossible to ignore. Other than that, I've had nothing but good results. So worth it. The procedure lasted 15 minutes and recovery time was half a day. I went to get my eyes checked after a few years of not seeing an eye doctor. I didn't have insurance for a bit, and my left eye is perfect and right eye is just ever so slightly off perfect. It's been a game changer for me. I've been wearing contacts since I was in 3rd grade and am now almost 30. I couldn't read anything smaller than a billboard, and I hate glasses. So I just didn't read for 10 or so years. I did LASIK, and both eyes got mono vision. It worked well for me. I have 20/25 vision today. It was 20/20, but I had a uveitis problem unrelated to LASIK. The only downfall is dry eye. It's been 9 years, and I still take refresh drops daily once or twice. Got both my eyes done in 2020, less than a month before pandemic lockdowns. Not having glasses when we were all masking priceless. But seriously, I went from like 20/50 or so something high I can't remember to 29. It's been life-changing, especially for active lifestyles. I run, bike, swim frequently. Best money I've ever spent. I was borderline legally blind, like I could barely make out the big E at the top of the eye chart. LASIK corrected me to better than 20/20. That was about 18 years ago. I did have dry eye at night, sometimes pretty severe, but that resolved itself after about 2 years. YMMV. Totally worth it. No glasses in the rain, no dry contacts, no glasses with a mask during the pandemic, buying non-prescription sunglasses for cheap, being able to swim and see, no filling my suitcase with contacts and glasses when on vacation, etc. Just not having to think about it is so freeing. Both my eyes were red and I had to do the PRK version, which needs a full week of recovery time that felt like sand was stuck between your eyes balls and protective lenses. Absolutely the worst feeling ever during that recovery period. Would Tintin sew it again for perfect vision? Best money I ever spent. It was like a miracle. I still have excellent distance vision. No side effects after about 6 months. Weirdly, I still have dreams where my vision is blurry like it once was, or where my surgery stopped working or something. Grateful for it every day. Absolutely worth it for me. Even more so since I got my now ex-husband to pay for it. However, it's been quite a few years and I may need a tune-up. I will pay the money to have it again, if that tells you anything. Although I might just need reading glasses. Best money ever spent. Both eyes in 2010 at the age of 20. The first couple of weeks I needed eye drops because of the dryness like everyone I assume, since then no side effects. Feels like a huge increase in quality of life. Tintin 2009 both eyes mild stigmatized in one eye. I was 31. Still have perfect vision. I tell everyone it was the best money ever spent. Just not having to put glasses on the moment I wake up, was very freeing. Side question, if I may, are the stories about not being able to see at night true? Because that's what's stopping me from pursuing it myself. I'm up through the wee hours a lot, and driving at night too. So worth it, especially for an active lifestyle and motorcycling. I'm also an aircraft mechanic and heavily depend on my eyes for my trade. Worth it. Got it done in 2018 and it was absolutely worth it. The post-surgery reaction I had after the numbing drops wore off sucked, but that was about it. Literally the best investment I've ever made. Don't wait another minute, you're gonna freak out at how much of the world you never saw before. Yes. Best thing I ever did for myself. Seeing the moon and stars in HD, for the first time. Just incredible and beautiful. I feel like I'd need a high dose of anxiety meds to get this done. How did you guys manage to get past the mental block? It was the best $5,200 I ever spent on myself. Tintin's drive up to Groove here in St. Petersburg FL. I highly recommend. Hell yes, been 18 years now. I'm 43 and only just started to get slight 0.5 in my right eye. Left eye still perfect. My dad got it right before he retired from the military almost 20 years ago and has loved it every step of the way. Yes, a million times yes. Make sure you go to the best doctor in your area for the surgery though. I had mine in 2015 and I would do it over again in a second. My only regret is not doing it sooner. I was Lasik doc. If you're patient enough and want less side effects, I recommend PRK. Beyond worth it. I got it almost 20 years ago and it was life changing. Yes, about 2 years and now I forgot I ever wore glasses before lol.